That's great. Better than Cape Cod. I always didn't like Cape Cod because you always had to get up and drive someplace and find a parking place. But in Cape May, you just stayed there. You never saw your car for a couple of weeks. Chloe is in the surf in Cape May. Here's proof positive that it's Cape May because they have a boat with Cape May written on it. This is part of that Cape May trip where we had all those American patriotic flag themed shirts and coats and hats and stuff. Nope. Here's Inga Ull and Sabine, I think. Maybe it looks like they're out at the yacht club. Inga's drinking a Coors Light. Here's Inga with the with Chloe. There's a Diet Coke. Very nice. Let's see. Here we have Mary and Faisal Salah, and Rala with a Cape Cod shirt, me with I don't know what, and I guess I'm guessing that's Steve, but it could be Jenny holding Chloe, and then I'll bet that's Rashad that Kathleen's holding. Faisal's first son. Here is Magnus, our one of our au pairs. He was like a bodybuilder. He was really something. So, let's see. Here's some more pictures of us down in Cape May, Cape Cod, Cape May. And Chloe and climbing a tree, Jesse climbing a tree. There's Inga and Chloe and Jesse and me, like, I don't know what, watching fireworks, watching something. And we got those hats and everything from the Wawa grocery store. That was something. Here is, looks like, oh wait, no, here's some more Cape May pictures. Chloe in the trees. Here's a picture of Sabine and Jesse and a Tyrannosaurus Rex at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Or no, then what's it called? The Natural History Museum, New York. Jesse doing his homework, I guess, huh? Chloe and Dad. TV watching. Here's the great copper kettle that Kate and Rob Honders gave to us that time for our wedding, I think. Here's Chloe. Still happy. Here's a costume that Jesse made up. It's armor. It's paper bag armor with a cardboard shield. Very effective. There's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Epic. Here's one of the annual Ridgefield parades where the soccer teams marched, and I carried Chloe on my back in a lion suit. There we go. Elephants like you'll never see again. More elephants like you'll never see again. So, oh yeah, so this was Magnus, remember? One of our au pairs. He was like a bodybuilder. He got there near Halloween, like at the beginning of October. And he asked what kind of costume could he wear, and this is the costume he wore. Viking with a horns thing and a leather jerkin like that. He made quite an impression on the ladies at the Ridgebury Elementary School, I'll tell you that. They had a party. That's him holding up Chloe. Oh man alive. Here's a picture of Chloe at the, pretty sure it's the Johnny Appleseed restaurant down in Newmarket. Oh, we didn't lack for science. Here's us about to launch a rocket over there at the Ridgebury School. Very nice. Nope, one more picture of Magnus in his costume. Everybody loved that costume. This is the costume that Rolla wore that time. I wore no costume, but I wore this hat and nose, and everybody was unimpressed. More of me, or more of Jesse and Chloe down at Cape May building sandcastles. There's Inga and Jesse making a sandcastle. And out in waves, there's Rolla and Jesse out in the waves. Pretty good, pretty good. You know, the best thing that happened with those sandcastles out there is Jesse went up to this guy who was making a really elaborate sandcastle, and after a while he said, "Geez, aren't you famous? Haven't I seen you in the post office?" And that's back before the internet, where the post office usually posted pictures of 10 most wanted in the post office. Here's Chloe and Jesse showing off their artwork. Jesse's stuff is the stick figures on the left, and Chloe's is the more better, I think, art, more complex certainly, of on the right. Very good artist. There's Chloe in the middle, Jesse on the left, me sort of in the middle there, and Steve. Look at Steve. Inga and Chloe doing something, coloring, I guess. Yet another party with the Stoyers and Marguerite and Jesse and Chloe. Steve and Kathleen way back when. Look, Steve even needed seeing glasses back then too. Jesse with a soapy beard. Jesse, Tom, Jesse, and I think that girl is Auntie Annie's little daughter. There we are at the Johnny Appleseed with Marguerite down in Newmarket with Chloe, Jesse, and I don't know who that guy was. Some relative of Marguerite's, I think. There's the kids across the driveway looking at the cows. There's a cave we went on a tour of. That was very interesting. To wear a coat. There's the outside of the Johnny Appleseed restaurant. They had a big Johnny Appleseed. They also had putt-putt golf there. We used to do that. Yep. This is Faisal and his son Rashad, I'm sure. Faisal, Mary, Rashad, Chloe. Somebody's having a birthday. Chloe making tea. Chloe pouring tea. Philip reading. Scientific American, probably. Jesse, I don't know what Jesse's doing. A skunk visiting our deck for food. Chloe, Jesse, and some unknown girl having tea. This is Suzanne in the middle, Jesse on the left. I forget the name of that lady. Inga or Ingrid or something like that. Rolla, Chloe, and Ingrid's husband, I think. And they came and visited us one time. At Christmas time, there's Chloe and Jesse and Rolla at Rockefeller Center. There's Ingrid and her husband, Jesse, Rolla. I don't know where that is. Isn't that interesting? That is the top of the Empire State Building. There's a typical Christmas with presents spread everywhere. Rolla had spared no expense when it came to Christmas presents and things. In fact, I remember how these Ingrid and her husband and Suzanne were just shocked at the extravagance of the presents that she got them. I was too. There's the old Christine and a friend of hers who came over to visit. Here we are out on Al Chiringa. You know what? I think that's the old... I don't know who that guy is, but I suspect it might be a guy who used to work with Gunner at ITT. Because that's Gunner there on the steering the boat on the right, Steve in the back, Rolla, and Jesse with his life jacket on. Here is the old Christine with her friend, me, Rolla, Chloe, the little tiny thing, my sister June, Jesse, and back there you can't hardly see him is my brother Kenny. There's a picture of the moon. We went out and we stayed all night at the overnight at the Ridgeberry parking lot and watched a lunar eclipse. There's the kids lined up at that little house after we remodeled it with the same kind of board and bat that the house at 205 had. Here's what the house looked like from the backyard. The kids playing. And here's a snowman they made. Very proud. Oh, here's Chloe at the Montessori school. They were all snowflakes that year. They sang and did things. There's Chloe on Santa Claus's lap. She swears she knows who Santa Claus was, but she didn't want to spoil it for the other kids. There's Jesse with the snow piled up behind him. We always tried to keep the deck clear. And it's still there 30 years later. There's Chloe. Gulf War Chloe. There's one of the first pictures of Chloe hugging the new dog Penny, a black lab. Those kids were so happy to get that dog, and that dog was the best dog in the world. There's Chloe. More Chloe, with Penny. Here is Chloe skiing, and Jesse skiing. All right. Almost. There's a picture of Suzanne and her nephew or something named Justin over in France. She said this is a Christmas card or something like that. There's Philip and Jesse, Ed Stoyer, Chloe, Eileen Stoyer. We spent a lot of time with the Stoyers. Here are the kids helping teach a dog a trick. Here we are out in Colorado. This is Kenny there, and Jim Case, who's married to Linda Mullen Case. Here's Chloe and Auntie Annie's daughter up on the back of an elephant. There's Chloe out in the backyard in a spring day. Here's Chloe at the Ciani's house dressing up. She and her daughter, God, I wish I could remember that girl's name. They did dress up like crazy. They kept putting on different clothes faster than we could think. It's a great picture of Chloe. Here's what Marguerite looked like there with, she was staying at our house. This is from the backyard. There's Todd at a birthday party. Pretty sure that's Andy Murdoch on the left, and I don't know who that's looking out, and then Jesse behind him, I think. Geez, we didn't have parties all the time, but we did take pictures when we had them, so that's why you see parties all the time. And kids everywhere. Ugh. And this was a Jesse party, obviously. He gets a couple of candles to blow out. Here's me, paying the bills, naturally. Ugh. Jesse in beginning at soccer, I guess. I think we still have those shin guards. Here is a friend of Chloe's named Brittany, who I didn't like very much. Here's a girl named Allison, who was supposedly one of Jesse's girlfriend for a while, back when he was like 7 or 8. So, you know how it is. Party. Chloe and friends. I don't know where this is though. Gulf War Chloe. Oh man, here is a picture of another one of our au pairs, Ricard. He was one of the good ones, Ricard Hermanson. He's now living in the U.S. He married an American girl, and he does something with utility companies. Here is Wendy and Dale. Wendy is the mother of Shelley. Wendy was married to Rolla's brother Rick. And when Rick was murdered, Shelley was murdered too down there in Phoenix, along with Shelley's boyfriend, I think. Oh, nice people. But there's me and dressed up at I don't know what party. Another party in our big studio room on the 205. Here's me and Auntie Annie and Chloe. And Ann and I went up to protest the income tax in Connecticut. And Jesus, I'm moving out of Connecticut. There's Chloe in an official portrait. My goodness, it looks good. Here's Chloe at the Montessori thing. She's on the left, second from left on the bottom. Here's a whole gang of them down there at the yacht club, fixing to get ready to do something. There's Ricard with Chloe and Jesse. Here is Ricard's parents. I don't know their names, and his two sisters. They came over and visited with us at around Christmas time. It was very nice. I actually got to take them in an airplane trip down to the statue. There's Ricard and his parents and his two sisters. It was really nice having him there. There's his little sister. She actually gave us that little wooden plaque up there on the wall there. It says Wilhoff. It's burnt in with a wood burner. I had it for years. I still have that. Here's me going up the rope tow at Southbury, I assume, with my Captain America pants. Here's Jesse and somebody going up on a ski lift at Southbury. Oh, here we are, Newmarket. We're probably about to burn that big pile of trash. It's a very popular activity down there. Here's Chloe at the Montessori school. This time they were reindeer. She's singing. There's all of them. and the lady who ran the Montessori school. A tough taskmaster. Chloe dressed up. Maybe they weren't always dressed up and we just took pictures when they were, but they sure as hell seem to have a lot of nice clothes here. Here's Marguerite with Jesse and Chloe. I think Marguerite gave him that silly toy robot. Jesse is a Boy Scout. He participated in that for a little while, which was great. Chloe participated became a Girl Scout and went all the way to a Gold Award as a Girl Scout, which is equivalent to being an Eagle Scout, they say. That's Chloe at one of her birthday parties, I'm sure. More party. More party. Here is Joanna on the right there with Chloe and Jesse, and I don't know who the guy is, some friend of Joanna's, I assume. She was an au pair for a while. Nancy Annie bringing out a birthday cake for us. I don't know whose birthday it was, probably Jesse's. Here's Chloe with the guitar. Looks like the Yamaha guitar, I think. Looks pretty good. Oh, here's a picture when they were in the cave exploring down there in Virginia someplace. I forget which cave it was. It was big. Ricard down there at the Newmarket battlefield with Jesse and Chloe. Here we are at Epcot Center in July '95. Here we are still again down at Disney World, Epcot Center. It's hot as hell, and they had, as we were over in Epcot Center, they had these fountains that was spurred up every so often, and it wasn't long before the kids were running like hell through the whole thing. You just couldn't stop them. I mean, it was great, but it was hot. They spent half an hour there getting soaked and dried off before we went to dinner, so that was fine. I think we went to a Japanese dinner. Some relatives of Brawlers. It looks like we were down at the yacht club back when they still had the tennis courts. Having corn on the cob, Chloe. Here's the Kent Falls picture. The beauty of the Kent Falls thing is that they went there, and then years later, I got them up on a Saturday morning, said, we're going up to see Niagara Falls. They said, we've seen waterfalls before. We don't want to go see Niagara Falls. So anyway, they were actually very impressed by Niagara Falls at the end. Here's Ricard. He came back after he had been away for a while, and he wanted to tour the United States. And he wondered if there was any way he could, make some money. And I said, well, geez, I'll pay you $1,000 or $2,000 or something if you paint the house. And he did. That was great. Oh, here is down in Florida when we were down there in '95, July. With Dorothy and me, Chloe, Jesse, Laurel, my niece, and her husband Bill. There's the BOB, they call it, the big old building, also the vehicle assembly building down in Cape Canaveral. Here's the four of us, the family there, looking in front of the back end of a Saturn V rocket. Here are the kids. They're playing at the Howard, what's it called? Holiday Inn in Titusville. What you do is you get the second floor canal side room if you want to watch a launch of a rocket from Cape Canaveral, because it's only about 6-7 miles across the sound to the launch site. So I got a room there and got the kids to come and see a real shuttle launch. They didn't want to get out of the pool at first, but they finally did. There's said shuttle. I don't get it. That's not I don't know. Maybe it's the shuttle that launched. I don't know. We also went to, Universal Studios while we were there. And I was always tired. I'm telling you. And hot. Here we are, Disney World. Oh my God. When I think about it. Here's Chloe with a sword at our house in front of the fireplace. Oh, here's another picture of Penny and Jesse back when Penny was new. Oh, here's Chloe on the rope tow. I got to tell you, we had to buy. The first time they were going to go skiing, we sent Joanna up with them and told them they didn't want to go, but then they finally went with Joanna. They went up there, and like at 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, they still weren't home. And I got the phone number and called up the Southbury ski slope and whatever, and got somebody on the phone and said, if he had seen them there, knew when they left. And he says, oh yeah, they had a great time. They just left a few minutes ago. It's like unbelievable. Of course, there's Chloe doing her snow plow. She got good at that. She got good at skiing eventually. There's Jesse on the rope tow. We had to buy him new gloves every week because that rope tow would just rip the gloves right off. Yay! Gulf War garb. Brand new Penny. Jesse reading. Chloe reading. Of course, Chloe took some ballet or some kind of dance lessons or whatever. This is a good picture of Chloe at dance, isn't it? This too. Oh, Pity the Elephants. That looks like Chloe up front, and then Jesse, and then Joanna. And this itinerant, circus also had a shoot 'em out of the cannon deal. Joanna, Chloe, and Jesse at the circus with lions and tigers and bears. And elephants, which they don't have them do this kind of stuff anymore. Now here is the picture that one of our au pairs, Lotta, sent to us. She came over. I'll tell you, that picture she looks nice, but I'm telling you, in real life she was much prettier. Here she is. Jesse. There's Joanna with Jesse. Oh boy, nice picture of Chloe and Jesse. That's sort of like a family portrait. Here's Rolla and Jesse. Those are in the backyard. Here's the backyard with Lotta, Chloe, Rolla, Jesse, and Joanna. I think Joanna took over for Jesse. Oh, another picture of Ricard. Of course, what a great guy he was. Penny, when she was grown up, she was such a sweet dog. Oh my goodness. Now here's totally the best picture of Chloe. There's a poem that she wrote, and this picture with it, that all about her lamenting that there's no snow and there's no this and there's no that and no fun, and it was very nice, very nice indeed. Here's outside the Montessori Fremont School, where Chloe was. I don't know if that was before she went or. Maybe. She was very excited about the idea of going to school because, Jesse was going, she wanted to go. I remember feeling the same thing back in Kansas. That's Carl with a little winning trophy of some sort for his Boat Fat City. And Chloe. Yeah, when I was in Kansas, I remember my brother got to go to school, but I didn't. Chloe and Ron Graybill, Rolla's brother. Chloe and Jesse in the backyard. Oh, there, it looks like them down in Cape May. We went down there several years in a row. It was so nice, really nice. With a boogie board. And wandering around. There's Lotta and Jesse. I think Lotta was preparing to leave at the time. And there's the swimming pool in Newmarket that we could go to. Community swimming pool or something, or maybe associated with church. Chloe going down the slide. A turtle at the house that I guess they found in the backyard or something. I don't know what's going on with that. Poor turtle. Oh my God, and yet another party. Or was this a school play? A school play. School play at Ridgeberry Elementary School. Ricard was when he went back after being au pair, he had to, serve a year or so in the military, and he actually was a guard at the palace in Sweden. That's Jesse, Rolla, Joanne, and Chloe down in Cape May. Our au pairs got the best deal. They went with us wherever we went. Jesse and Rolla in our backyard. Chloe and Rolla in our backyard. Rolla in our backyard. Chloe and Jesse in our backyard. Great. Whoop. Here's a picture of Lotta. Probably a birthday party we gave for her. Here's Chloe learning to ride. Hold on, she would always say. I was supposed to just hold on to the seat, but I didn't. And this proves it. We're over at Ridgeberry parking lot, and she learned pretty fast. She really did. Whew. Not everything was outside. We also did. They did indoor stuff, playing video games at parties. Here's pretty much what Chloe and Jesse looked like with Penny when they were going off to school each day for years and years. No, here's another picture at Kent Falls. That was great. On the Rainbow Bridge between the U.S. and Canada, I remember Chloe jumping back and forth saying, "Now I'm in Canada, now I'm in the U.S., now I'm in Canada, now I'm in the U.S." That was kind of cute. That's me. Bud and Eileen. These are Polaroid pictures. At some point we had a Polaroid camera. Suzanne, she was never our au pair. She was an au pair for some people we knew, and she helped us get started with au pairs. And, Rolla and Chloe and Jesse and me around Christmas time. Here it looks like we're about to go into New York from Purdy's. Probably around Christmas time. That's probably when we went down to Rockefeller Center. There we are, with all the nutcrackers in the background there. Yet another party with lots of gift bags. Don't know. There's Marguerite and two of her relatives who came and visited us. Here it looks like Steve there and me trying to explain something that is likely inexplicable. Kathleen and Rolla. Here is Todd, I think, is Auntie Annie's son. That's Marguerite, Jesse, Chloe, Jesse, Tom. Oh, here's another picture of Chloe and Auntie Annie's daughter doing their dress-up thing when we were down at their house for dinner once. Here's another Montessori thing. This time they were Christmas bells, not snowflakes and not reindeers. There's a typical Christmas tree with a part of the presents. Usually there were more. Here's Happy Times with Penny, Chloe, and Jesse in the front yard at 2:05 in the snow. Amazing. So long ago. So nice. Peter and Jane Shearer at one of our Easter egg hunts with their little dog. There's more Easter egg looking for. Auntie Annie out there looking for Easter eggs. Looks like she's doing well. And that's it.